Okay guys, I'm back. This is part 2 of Is Willow by Claire Taylor Worth It? And I am here with my baby boy. And guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel now. Yep, I'm asking you to subscribe to me now. So the first thing I'm going to go into is the softness of the silicone, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit. And this is just, I don't make dolls, so just keep that in mind. I do not pour, I do not sculpt. But what I want to say is that I feel like, even though I know I don't have to, because it's not my work, but I do own a soft silicone doll, but I feel like I'm constantly defending, the soft silicone dolls. I hear, like, I've heard other artists like talk against it, and then next thing you know, they're making their dolls just as soft. But it's like, if we can't do it, let's bash it, because if we're not providing it, then let's make it sound like it's not a great thing to have, and then people won't feel like our dolls are less than, so to speak. That's the way I take it when I hear other artists talking about other artists' work, as far as when it comes to their technique and style, because everybody does things differently. And I also will say, from a collector's point of view, some collectors may like the soft silicone, some collectors may not. Some collectors may be a little afraid of soft silicone because they like, oh God, it's gonna, tear, it's gonna rip more, this and other. I feel totally opposite, and I've said this before. I feel like the soft silicone you have more flexibility with it, so it's, to me, I feel like it's less likely to tear versus a silicone baby that is a lot firmer and tighter, because you're trying to move it, and then that's when you oopsie and tear it or whatever. Now my Willow has a drinking wet, of course, and he has armatures. He has the elbow armatures only. He doesn't have the full armature. His arms can straighten completely out. I'm not really afraid of his armatures. I am gentle with them though. But his arms can straighten out. I don't like them completely straightened out, because I feel like babies are not usually stiff out like a board. So I don't like that. Even if they don't have a drinking wet, they can take, you could just fake feed them like this. And I see a lot of people like giving their babies with drinking wets like formula and other things, because they want to show the realism of them drinking. I don't know why they would give them that stank formula, because really, my real babies didn't have to have it. I wouldn't give it to them either. I hated the way that stuff smelled. So to put that in your doll system, that's yucky. But that's my opinion, and to each his own. If that's what they want to do with their dolls, they say they're cleaning them out. I just don't trust that. With the drinking wet, I only give my baby straight water, and every now and then I do feed. You might feed them some alcohol, but I just give my baby straight water in very clean bottles. I clean out the bottles each time, not with soap really, but just steam clean them. But like I said, his mouth is fully sculpted. You cannot tell that he has a drinking wet tube or anything in his mouth. And in his little diaper area, there is, his drinking wet. You can't see it there either. So you don't have to use it. So that's a plus. But back to the softness of the silicone. So I like the softness of the silicone because it allows the baby to be very cuddly and very poseable. A stiff baby would not be able to lift their arms back and so on and so forth. The elbow armatures allows posability, but yet don't take away the flop. So I like that. See, he can still flop. But the stomach, as you can see, the stomach is very, very squishy. See if I can zoom in a little bit. So his stomach, like I said, he doesn't have what you consider to be a squishy tummy, not for Claire dolls, but his tummy is very, very, very soft. He doesn't need a squishy tummy, really, to be honest. And he bends, you know, he bends nicely. I don't like to bend my babies up. I'm not going to do that a whole lot for you guys, but he will bend. He has the one piece with the neck. You know, yeah, I got his neck. I do. I hold his head, and I protect it because, like I said, he he has the back, it'll bend. I just don't want to do all that right now with him. You know, Claire can do all that stuff with her babies because, if anything, she can fix it, whatever. But I don't think he would tear or anything like that. It's just, I just don't find it necessary to handle them like that because I wouldn't on a regular basis. But he's a really cute bum. But anyway, the softness of the silicone is amazing. And I wouldn't want him firmer. And I'll tell you why. A baby of this size, even though he's 9 pounds, 4 ounces, I think Puck's like 8 pounds. Maybe he might be 7 or something like that. He almost feels as heavy as Noah because he's more solid, I guess. I don't know why, but it does. So the softness helps it feel more, you know, the weight feels more lighter. Also, when I'm picking him up, you know, he cuddles more, you know, and as you can see, he wrinkles a lot. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, he wrinkles, he bends. I mean, you know, like I said, I love the softness. I know some people are afraid of it. And as far as the neck being in one piece, I will still take a baby with a jointed head, if the neck is done nicely and doesn't sit on it like a hat, on the body like a hat. I can handle that. But I love the one piece port. A lot of people keep talking about this stabilizer and all this stuff in the neck. I'm not that technical, and I'll be straight honest with you guys. I'm one of these people. I'm not going to come on here and pretend I know it all. I'm not going to pretend I know more than I do. I'm going to be straight up and tell you I don't know what the heck they're talking about as far as a stabilizer. I've said that his neck is stable and it seems stabilized, but I don't know what they mean when they say it has a stabilizer. I don't know what that means. Like, and I really, honestly, don't be offended, but I really don't give a damn either. As long as the doll is like, I feel comfortable with it and I feel like it's durable. I don't care about no stabilizer or anything like that. I think a lot of time people like to, anyway. But his head will fall back. Okay, I'm gonna do it. If I lift him up like this, his neck will lean back, okay? Right? But who in their right mind is going to be dragging their doll up like that all the time? So I don't worry about it like that. I hold his head. It doesn't look like it's going to come off or anything. It doesn't look like it's stretching uncontrollably when I do that or anything. It just look like a neck. He doesn't have like his neck is like sculpted, so it's not like just a skinny neck or just silicone connected or something. It's, you know, you can tell that she sculpted it. So I like the full one piece pour. Anyway, let me get him diaper change. His feet are beautifully sculpted. They appear like they're separated, but they're not. Just the pinky and the big toe. on this foot, and none of these are separated on the other foot, but they just look like they sculpted like their looks separated. But yeah, so you know, getting this, now he got on a newborn diaper. I'm gonna put him on a size 1. He has everything that a boy baby would have down below, so I cannot of course show you guys that on camera. He's not but he is, you know, he can wear a size 1 and a newborn diaper fine. It just depends on how you like your diapers to fit your babies, and different brands I found fit them differently too. Some brands the newborn fits better, some brands the one fits better. But yeah, it's you know, it's just a matter of preference. But as far as like you know, if I go to pick him up, you know, of course, you know, when you pick up a real baby, you would pick up their head. You would hold their head. If I go to sit him down, he's soft silicone for the most part. He doesn't bend in, you know, awkward positions. But I mean, let's be honest, he's a doll. He's not, you know, gonna be moving on his own. He's gonna kind of flop. He is soft. So every now and then you might be doing a video and one of the feet might be turned or something. He's not gonna cry and let you know. But for the most part, he kind of like naturally poses like a real baby. Like he just falls in a natural pose. And all of that has to do with sculpting. So why not want to pay for something? I mean, if you're gonna go out and spend almost $2,000, why not save an extra 100 and or 200 and get the most realistic baby you can find? I love his head shape. That's another thing. I'm very big on head shape. And I know they don't look that great when they're not painted or rooted. Like they may look kind of funny. But for me, I think Claire does like some of the most amazing head shape babies. I'm very, very weird like that. I like, and you hear me talking about Claire and Bonnie Brown a lot lately. It's because I'm realizing that all the dolls that I cling to mostly is Bonnie Brown or Claire Teller, like Bonnie Brown in vinyl, Claire Teller in silicone. And I hate to say this, and like I said again, it's no offense to nobody else, it's just preference because other people may disagree. But to me, we don't have that many real masterful sculpting artists out there that give us something new. I mean, there are some artists that I like work, but I mean, they've been using the same limbs for 6 years. You know, since I came into the community, they haven't changed their limbs on their sculpts. The faces are just tweaked. Stretch the eye out here, close the eye there, move the mouth around a little bit here, change the nose. That to me is more on an amateur sculpting style. And then some people have a particular style and that's what they do, but they kind of like, all their babies look almost the same. Like you really can't tell the sculpts apart because they look so much alike. To me, that's not for me to collect. I'll be honest. I will collect them in passing. I won't say I won't ever collect them, but 9 times out of 10, those are the babies that won't stay. And it's just because, look at him, he looks so cute with his socks on. Those are the babies that usually don't stay with me, because I don't know, I guess, I don't know, I get bored with them. I don't know why, but I just don't end up keeping them. And it's just, I'm not saying that they can't sculpt. Maybe they can. I just want to see what he looks like with this on. This is one of those wonder suits. I have a pink one too, which is cute because now I can put him and Nima on a wonder suits. So there is a huge difference in between him and Nima if you want to, you know, compare as far as sculpting styles and stuff like that. For me, Rachel has a very stylized sculpting style. Most of her babies look pretty close to the same in the face. They're a little different there. I think she's, like I said, I still think she's a great baby. I think the price range and the availability, that's another thing. I'll have to talk about that, availability and customer service, and people that, you know, only sell to certain people. So it makes her a little bit more marketable for you know, a lot of people. A lot of my friends are like private collectors, and they don't have like YouTube channels or big names and stuff like that. And so some of these people that sell kits or dolls, period, will not sell to them or respond to them, and it makes it hard for them. But we'll get into that in another video. But yeah, so yeah, I just needed to clarify that when I said that Claritella dolls are not cheap and they are on the expensive side, they are, and I don't take that back. But all of these dolls are, and when you look at it, yeah, you might pay more for the bells and whistles, but you could get a basic kit with just the base in it for just about $300 more when you look at it from that perspective. Oh, he looks so good in blue, but it's too hot for that. I'm gonna put him on this little thing. Plus, I can't stand to see him in all clothes right now. I want to see these little socks on him. But yeah, you can, gosh, this is a long video. So yeah, you can get a base Willow for just a couple hundred more. I try to explain stuff to my viewers to where I'm being honest enough without stepping on anyone's toes. But unfortunately, if you have thin skin and you're going to be sensitive to everything I say, you just might be offended, and that is something I just can't help you with. You know, I'm just not going to sugarcoat things. I'm not on nobody's payroll. I don't owe anybody anything. So I pay my money and I get to give an honest review. And, you know, like I said, yes, I love both of my babies. I love all of my babies. But I know what I got in my collection. And I know the difference between the two. And I collect for different reasons. Different babies for different reasons. And where I love both of them, I can't sit here and say that Nima is on the same level as Willow. And it has nothing to do with the artist names. It has nothing to do with that. It's just pure the sculpting. There's so much detail in just the baby face alone in Willow. And then just his whole body. And it's not detailed like, you know, some collectors don't understand when I say detail, because some people I see, like when I watch box openings and I watch other people do detailed videos, and they're like, oh my god, look at all these wrinkles, and it'd be like these huge, like wrinkles, and they be like, oh, look at the baby's spine, oh my god, that's so wonderful. And it's like this crocodile spine, like these big lumps going down the back. And I'm like, and some people think that has to be, that's what make the detail. No, detail is literally just the soft sculpture, just the naturalness, the realism of the sculpting. It can be a simple fold, or, you know, like I said, just little rib cage. The idea of a spine here, there's no spine there, but just the idea of it. You know, it's a lot of things. In the Zoe, that the Zoe look like the Zoe, the Zadia, and the, who else? Zoe, Zadia, and Andrew look like they have a spine in her dolls, but they don't. It's just, and it's not like bump, 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 bump. You know what I mean? Like it's just that type of detail. The eyelids, the nose, the mouth. Now, I'll be honest, the Willow, in my opinion, has the least detailed mouth that I've seen on Claire. It's pretty basic. I mean, he has gums and a tongue and a uvula, but there's nothing really to get excited about for me, based off of what I've seen before. I would say the inside of this mouth is probably one of the least favorite. It's not bad or anything, it's nice, but I know, you know, my favorite mouth, inside mouth, would be on Serena. I like the inside of her mouth. The other mouth, there's just other babies, but then you don't want to spit. I mean, who cares about the inside of the mouth? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it is when you're painting, I guess, but it's not that big of a deal. But it's natural. You can see the roof of the gums in the mouth. You can see the little uvula back there. You can see the tongue. This is a kit though. This is not her dolls. And also it has the drinking wet, and you don't see the tube sticking out or anything like that. So I'm sure there's definitely reasons, and it's going to be more poured. So I'm sure it has something to do with the whole technical side that I don't care nothing about. But I love his lips, like his mouth itself. Inside the mouth is what I'm talking about. The outside of his mouth, I love his little, look at those little lips. Look at those little lips. He has like full lips, but not like big bubble lips. He has very nice lips, which would be fun to paint. So I would be excited to paint the mouth on this baby. I don't know if I'll paint my own Willow if I get one. I don't know if I could take the pressure, but I might. But what else? Oh, I was gonna put him on the onesie. But yeah, it's, you know, so this is a Gerano Animals. It's a Walmart. This seems like it's gonna be cut really big. But anyway, this video is very long. But yeah, it's all about what you're willing to spend. It's all about what you collect for. You know, if you just want a simple, soft, you know, full body baby that you can dress and, you know, enjoy and have some features, you know, then, you know, it's great. For me, I'm realizing that a lot of the features I don't have to have. To be honest, I don't have to have a lot of the features. I do love the drinking wet because most people want it, and I think it's kind of cute to show, like, every now and then. Like I did it for my grandparents the other day. I showed them and they thought it was hilarious. Although, never mind, I won't say that on camera. But but yeah, they thought it was cute. But other than that, I don't really use it. I like the fake feeding. So, you know, you don't really have to have it. The baby is soft enough to where you can not need armatures in the arms. the posing will still be just as great because how soft the baby is. I just think that, you know, to each his own. Everybody have their preference. I'm a huge Claire fan, that's no doubt. I'm a huge fan, but I don't, every doll is not for me. Every baby is not my baby. You know, I see a baby, and when I say that, I mean, I see a baby and I don't picture myself with it. So I'm not like cuckoo bananas over it. I don't watch the video 1,000 times. Versus some babies, even babies that I've never got in my collection that I wanted. Like I've always wanted a Jan Jan. I will go back and watch her old videos on Claire Taylor YouTube channel. But I will watch all the Jan Jan videos, but I've never got one, but I could see myself having one in my collection. So yeah, that would have been a dream for me to get one of those, but I never did. So anyway, hopefully that it answers some of the questions. I don't like this onesie on him. I'll be taking it off again off of camera, but hey, for now we're gonna leave it on him. Don't forget to get pumped up for next month. It's sickle cell anemia awareness month, so everybody in all red, and Noah will definitely be wearing all his red. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.